everybody, it's Kelly from My Soulful Home. Today we're going to talk about low-cost, high-style IKEA finds. Okay, so we might as well get this out of the way. Until my recent trip to IKEA, I was an IKEA virgin. It's not because I thought I was too good for IKEA or I was snobby about IKEA. I just thought about IKEA as like utilitarian furniture. And with all my thrifting, I didn't really need any extra furniture. But man, was I wrong. IKEA has some great accessories. So what brought me to my IKEA was the idea to do a field trip for a podcast episode. So my podcast host, Anita, and I both went to separate IKEAs, mine in California, hers in Texas, and we found wonderful things to share on the podcast. So I wanted to share these things with you guys here so you could see them and see how I styled them in my house. Okay, so immediately upon entering that big blue box, I was stopped in my tracks by this glass cloche. Now, if you're a listener to the podcast, you know we talk about cloches a lot, how it elevates everything. You could put this over a pumpkin, you could put it over a cupcake, you could put it over a little vignette. It just makes everything more special. I mean, anything under glass, right? So this, now, forgive my pronunciation, it's the Morgan Tigdig, and it is $7.99. So I've been using the cloche a lot all over the house, and I loved making this vignette on my dining room table. So I put it over 3 cups stacked up and put a little feather in the cup, put one of my velvet pumpkins, and then just cut some olive branches from outside and stuck them in a vase. So that's the way I'm showing it right now, but it is so versatile. And for $7.99, I want to go back and get another. Okay, so maybe I don't have to go back and get another because I have this gold bottom cloche. I had the other one in my cart and then I found this one and I couldn't make the decision. So for $7.99 and then this one at $9.99, I got both. This one, it's a little more modern. Don't you think? It almost has like, it's a little like maybe like a little apothecary-ish. I love it. And I love the gold on the bottom, great accent, and it's much smaller. So I've styled this one just with a little pumpkin on a pedestal, but this could be perfect in an entryway. Every time the season changes or just on a whim, you can change what's in here. You can put one little item in there. Maybe you put an Easter egg inside of it. Maybe you put a little bit of holly in it for Christmas time. I just think it's absolutely darling. So literally and figuratively, a throw. I love this one. I love this mustard yellow color. It's my accent color. I love the feel and the weight of this. I love that it's edged, and I love that it was $19.99. This throw is so cozy and warm. I'm finding it in everybody's room. I'm finding it out in the barn by the TV, but I like to style it with this beautiful pillow I recently got from Jennifer Lane. It's a hand-painted pillow, and it's just gorgeous, and it picked up all the colors in this throw. There are no lack of pillow covers at IKEA either. And so I took advantage of that. They're very reasonable. I love these awning stripes. They're out here on the porch, which I think is absolutely perfect. These could go all year for me here in California. $5.99. Here's the name. So you can get a set for yourself. I don't know that they came in other colors, but I love the black and white. This lumbar pillow I also picked up. As you can see, I need to go get a bigger insert. This pillow is 16 by 26, which is a really nice size lumbar. So if you have a big accent chair, really comfy chair, this would be a great size pillow to put on it. Inserts are so important, and the size of the insert is crucial. Right? So usually what you want to do is have an insert that's 2 inches bigger than the pillow you have. So I'm going to need an 18 by a 28 insert, and I'm assuming IKEA makes that size insert because they offered this pillow cover. IKEA also has really, really nice quality inserts. So I'll be heading back for those as well. Okay, another little item that I cannot resist. Oh, no matter where I see them, is the white pitcher. This one's enamelware. Wow. Even better. So darling. Absolutely love it. Comes in 2 sizes, 6 inches and 8 3/4. This size was $14.99. I think it's so charming. And again, another item you could add into any vignette. It can be displayed with nothing in it. Great with greens. These are just boxwood clippings from my yard. Flowers. Just a really great picture to have on hand. So let's talk a little bit about the IKEA shopping experience. Having been my first time, I had to park really far away and walk really far to get into the store. Like on a Tuesday afternoon, like, where are all these people? Why are they not at work? And they're at IKEA. But there we all were shopping around, and you fall under a little bit of an IKEA spell. Like, you're like, yeah, I need that. That's fabulous. So I went in thinking, I'm just doing research for the podcast. I'm not going to buy anything. Well, I ended up with a cart and then one of those like dolly carts when I was leaving. So trying to maneuver those two things out of the store. It was pretty funny. So there I am under the spell of IKEA, and I'm reaching into the freezer, yes, to grab a bag of meatballs for dinner. I fell hard. And I look up and I see the 50% off section. I don't know if all IKEAs have a 50% off section, but mine does. And I'm really not buying anything. I'm just doing research. So I left the regular priced black table and I moved on. And I can try the name of this one. It's the Kragstad. That's pretty easy. And so as I'm spying the 50% off section, I drop the bag of meatballs and I run over there with now my one shopping cart, which is filled to the brim. And in there, what do I find but this table? And it was half off, so $49.99, something like that, $49.50. It's all assembled, not a scratch on it. I don't know why it was there. And so I loaded it up on one of the dollies that was provided and checked out. And I was like, this is so awesome. This is perfect timing. I've got to go get my daughter at school, get out of here. What a fun shopping experience. And I get to the car and I can't fit the table in it. So I said, okay, we'll just have to buy it full price. That's the end of it. I have to take this other one back. So I take the dolly cart back into IKEA, and then I see some guys helping people load things up. They're all so nice. And I thought, they must have an Allen wrench. We're gonna take this bad boy apart. So took the table apart. I had all the bits and pieces, the washers and the screws, and I even asked the guy if I could have his Allen wrench. And I went running back to the car. Now it's in all these pieces. Threw it in the car. I had all the washers and screws and things in my pockets, and off I went. And I reassembled it right here on the porch, and I am loving it. I think it really freshens up the whole space. So there were two items that I really liked, but I couldn't use right now, but I have them in mind in case the opportunity arises for me to use them. One is a chair and one is a bunch of willow branches. Now, I love adding willow branches to big pictures. They look terrific on the floor. They can really be dramatic in a vase on a table. But I have a ton of them right now. But if you don't and you want to add some willow branches, it's a bunch for $9.99 and they're 61 inches tall. So that's just slightly under my size, which is not really tall for a human, but really nice size for willow branches. And willow branches are sometimes hard to find, or you have to order them online, and then you have issues with shipping or breakage and things like that. The other item is this by Holma Chair. It's a chunky rattan chair. It would be great at the head of a rectangular table, kind of acting like a Parsons chair, or it would be a great accent chair. I was thinking of maybe adding one on the porch, but I really do have enough chairs. So those are two other items that if you're at your IKEA or you're shopping online, you might want to check out. I will have the names and the links to all the items that I mentioned today in the description below. And if you would like to follow me on any social media, please do so. And if you'd like to try listening to my podcast, I will have the link to that below as well. Thanks so much for coming by today. I had a blast talking to you about my field trip to IKEA.